Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a lovely holiday season. I hope you all entered the new year well, alive, ready to tackle on this new year. It is 2026, the 10-year anniversary of one of the best years ever, 2016, better known as Summer 16. I know you guys see the title of the video, and I wanted to start off the year with something very light, nothing too heavily researched. Just some of my opinions, what I see in my everyday life. And yeah, just some things I wanted to share with you guys. Propaganda I will not be falling for from 2026 until forevermore. Lighters, glasses, mugs. We all know the drill by now. Let us have a little chit chat. So for the propo that I will not be falling for in 2026, I have divided it into 3 separate categories, and in each category, there will be subsets that we'll be talking about. In category number 1, we will have relationships and gender. In category number 2, we will have body, control, and discipline. In category number 3, we'll have loyalty, time, and fear-mongering. Without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah. Number 1, all men cheat. I do not believe in that. I'm no longer be falling for that. Every time I hear that, I'm going to be going la 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 la. I think it's a lazy and tired excuse. It lets men completely off the hook. We are going in there already expecting betrayal. So I can't even enter a relationship thinking, wow, this is going to be someone who's going to treat me well, someone who's going to be faithful to me. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I must be stressed. I must be on high alert. That's how people looking through the phones, following these men. We're not having a good time dating, are we? If there's one thing I've seen in the past couple of years being home and observing people dating, no one's having fun out here. And you know what the problem is? A lot of people are not that monogamous, but instead of being honest, people lie, people cheat, people manipulate. Why? Because they still want access to you, which lets me know motherfuckers are selfish. Because you're taking away that person's right to choose by knowing the full scope of things. If you're just honest and said, hey, I have 2 girlfriends, I'm not gonna be a faithful man, I don't see myself having one partner, I like you, do you still wanna get with me? Lead with that. Yes, no. You're asking, there is a choice. When you ask, no is always an answer. But when you don't lead with the truth, you remove the opportunity for someone to say no. You're manipulating, you're coercing, you're a liar, you suck, you're lame, and that's gross. Just be honest. No one's gonna shoot you. If you're not monogamous, cool, bro, like that's fine. But again, people still wanna have access to people even when they know they're not forthcoming, when they know that person is not about what I'm doing. And the way we have been socialized now is just always getting into a relationship. That's always in the back of the head that, okay, this person is not going to be faithful to me. Encouraging people that just get into that relationship even if it's not faithful to you. What is the point of partnership, of companionship, if this person cannot be faithful to me? If this person has no self-control? If I am going to be expecting betrayal, isn't it better to just remain alone? Which brings me into my second point. Any high value women content in 2026, throw it away. It is so motherfucking useless. It is teaching us to perform femininity for male approval. Just think all the things that are indicative of a high value woman, all the traits are all traits that include us being quiet, being seen and not heard, being mysterious, being able to manipulate these men to do what we want to do. The way we style our hair, the clothes that we wear, the chores that we do. We are performing gender roles for male validation. And we think being a high value woman puts you in some different class of womanhood and then men will treat you better. A lot of men don't like women. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it honest. A lot of men do not like women outside of our sexualness or what they can derive from us, but just on like an everyday platonic level. I have seen in real life what men really see. They don't like women. They are mostly annoyed by us. They tolerate us at best. If you're pretty, that goes a long way. They will just block out whatever you're saying and just focus on the face. But all this high value woman stuff just to find a man who's not even gonna be faithful to you, baby girl, it ain't worth it. Drop it, leave it alone, be whatever kind of woman you wanna be. And the ones who perform gender for these men always end up in such fucked up situations. Yeah, they're gonna get a guy, but not a guy who genuinely likes them and sees them. Would you rather be with someone who genuinely sees you and loves you? Suffer or be alone? I'm gonna take a look. And the other option. But that other option, very, very rare. So let's just be on our own. But there's no need to perform gender. Some of these things are just basic traits and life skills that every person needs to have. Cooking, cleaning, grooming, knowing when to say something, not knowing when to say something. That's just not a feminine, high value woman thing. That's just a purple. I want to say person for real. That's just a people thing, Yeah. The pick me propaganda, I have closed my ears to it. I hate pick me propagandas because it pits women against each other. We are constantly trying to be, I'm not like other girls. I'm different. I don't do this. I don't do that. We're in constant competition with each other for male approval. And it's things like this that make people or reinforce the fact when they say that, female friendships are full of competition. We perform femininity for men. Why do we keep doing these things? Think of all the famous pick-me's in history. How did it end for them? Not well. Being liked by these niggas is not the flex most of us think it is, It's not easy to be liked by a man sexually, but actually being seen, heard, and cared for, that's another story. But having these niggas like you, choose you, or prop you up as someone who is different from the masses ain't a flex, bro. It's not a flex. You're not like other girls. Oh my God, yeah, no. Me, I'm like every other bitch around. I am the majority of women. I am actually so insulted when someone says, you're not like other girls. Why? What makes you say that? I haven't even opened my mouth. What makes you think I'm different? Babe, you're going to see I'm very, 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 very similar. But yeah, any of that pick me propaganda, babe, I'm not trying to be picked. We're so worried about being picked that we are not focused on doing the picking. Does he like me? Do you like him? Do you like him? Does he meet the bar for you? We need to start seeing our interactions with men as us gathering data and not always performing for these motherfuckers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This one is a personal gripe for me. There's something that viscerally angers me about people who use religion to control people, to take advantage of people. I know there is a special place in hell for motherfuckers like that, and it absolutely grinds my gear. Control is not holy. Silence is not a virtue. God did not give us a mind. He did not give us free think to just be quiet, to say nothing. There's a reason why we are allowed to question our faith, to question things in the world. Why are you telling us not to do so? Because at the end of the day, that's holy. If God really wanted us to just be quiet and listen to him completely, why not just make us mindless robots? But this is you people's argument. And they love to use the Lord. They love to use religion. It is a constant battle for me to have a relationship with the Lord, to still find faith and comfort in my religion, but also know when they're lying to me, when they're trying to keep me in control. Because Christianity was introduced to us by white people. And this was a good way they saw to subjugate us. And even still now, like in the anti-blackness video that I made a couple months ago, go check it out if you haven't, they are not here. Yet we're still propagating their stuff. We are more religious than our Western brothers and sisters. They're not our brothers and sisters. Than our Western conquerors. What does that tell you? And for what? Our own cultures and religions and practices and customs that we had are now deemed demonic. But no. The piety and the hard work and the domesticity and the quietness of the Protestant work ethic will show that you are really a lovely woman, a good woman, a godly woman. Again, it's all performance. We always have to be doing something, something. Can't just sit, always having to do something. Guys, think, is this for the Lord or is this for the man? If there's anything I want you guys to take from this one category, something to take going home. Stop dating potential and start dating patterns. Start engaging with people in an observatory-based way. See what they say. Does it match up to their actions? Let's start being investigative about how we interact with people instead of always thinking, oh my gosh, I need to, oh my gosh, I need to, oh my gosh, I need to. And this for us women, just always being brought up. When I was younger, I never really knew how much of a race it would be to find a partner. Now that I'm 24, that is a majority of any of these conversations, any of what us women like to do and talk about is just men, finding a man, how to get a man to act right. It's no longer fun. It seems obsessive. We've taken the joy away from dating. And again, constant performance. Oh, does he like me? Am I doing? Forget it. And then you might as well do you. You might as well do you. Today's fitness culture has nothing to do with fitness, has nothing to do with wellness, has everything to do with aesthetics, consumption, and thinness. All we see online, all we see in the world these days is starvation cosplay. What a eat in a day stuff. Most of these people don't be eating. Guys, why have people stopped eating? Nobody eating anymore. It's very, 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 very well. We're not eating, and yet we're also promoting people to be in the gym 2 hours a day. How is that possible? You are running on E, negative E. Then people wonder why they are tired. They're out of it. They don't feel good. They're not really seeing any changes. Babe, you are messing up your body and you're calling it wellness and fitness. There is no longevity or sustainability inside. This is really all for the here and now. The clothes are for the here and now. The trends are for the here and now. How long can you continue to do this to your body until your body is like, bro, like, I'm not gonna keep doing this with you? And the after effects are going to be horrible. It has nothing to do with fitness. Nothing to do with fitness. If it was really about fitness, it would be sustainable. It would be long-term. It would be accessible for everyone. If ever something says to do this and this and this and this, buy that, it has nothing to do with what they're telling you. They're telling you to buy this so you feel that way. Buying the Stanley Cups makes you feel like you're a fitness girl. Buying these steamer matchas and these rice cakes, it makes you feel like you're part of, like, it's all about a feeling. If they can keep making you feel that way, you're gonna keep spending money. The minute they don't make you feel that way, you're not gonna spend money. We're being lied to. And some of us, we know, but we're taking it. We're so disillusioned. We're just taking it. And again, a lot of this is what? For whether you don't want to hear it or not, whether you're not doing it or not, whether you're not thinking about it or not, unconsciously, a lot of the things that we do are for male approval. Women seek male approval, men seek male approval. Another one is today's diet culture. Yo, people are not eating. People are not eating. So motherfucking alarming. And there is this kind of moral superiority that we are promoting with all of that. This kind of humble bragging of, like, you know, I don't need to eat. Like, I am very disciplined. I don't eat like a pig. Yeah, motherfuckers are dizzy. Motherfuckers are nauseous. Y'all are harming your bodies. The long-term effects, like, again, like I say, the long-term effects of some of these things, yikes. If we really read about the negative effects of starving your body and how harmful it is when you start eating again, when your body finally has enough and eats, and then you gain the weight times three. But no one's saying that. Just eat, goddammit. Just fucking eat. There's a reason why there's a specific daily caloric intake that you are supposed to take as a growing person. And this is all dependent on you. This is all case by case, your body, your lifestyle, genetics, all of these things. Yet we're taking a one size fits all by Chloe whoever online who is telling you that she just eats, boiled chicken and lettuce and drinks water and she's good. She's lying. She's lying. It's false. Fake news. Please, guys, please eat. There is no way your body is running on E and then you are going to the gym as well. And then you have a full work day. Leave women alone. With this modest dressing business, leave us alone. You know why? Because men are not modest. And this just shows how much we have hypersexualized the female body. Granted, there are people out there who just naturally like to dress modest. They don't like to expose too much. And they do it in a stylish way, having nothing to do with gender, with religion, with patriarchy, with conformity. However, nowadays, there is this movement of us young women dressing like 35-year-old women. Why? Why? And also I think it's because there's no more color anywhere, but we're not looking our ages. Why are we wanting to run to adulthood? Why are we dressing like housewives, grown women who have seen things? We're kids. We're kids. There's this rush to, why are we always running somewhere? They're always making us feel like we're out of time. And this control of our bodies is always under the guise of respect. Oh no, as a woman, stop, bro. Because as a man, ain't shit has to do with shit. Men get away with things fine. It's always us. Just say we have built up a society that has not told men to have self-control, that has not told men to respect women. And now we're putting on us saying, oh, ladies, respect yourselves. Trust, no. Granted, I know there are certain places in the world and also certain areas where because of your safety, you can't wear certain things. Time and a place, all those things are true. How so motherfucking ever? At the club, I don't want to see you in pants and a blazer. When we're going out to brunch. Hey, the bullshit that is going on in my tongue today. If we're going out to brunch, I want to see the bubble skirts. I want to see the mini dresses. I want to see the high heels. I am all for wearing whatever the fuck you want. If you're comfortable, if you look good, if you feel good, babe, do it. I have freed myself from that. I am the type of person, I go into town in a crop top and sweatpants because it is so scandalous in African culture to reveal your midriff. But you know, I'm going to do it anyway. We are going to shock, therapize people into understanding these things. So at the end of the day, nothing happened to them. Again, I assessed the area I was. I can't go into Old Town in a crop top. Sure as shit can in city center though. What happened? Nothing. The way you dress, your sexuality does not determine the level of respect you're supposed to receive. We need to completely abandon that thought that dressing equates to the amount of respect that you get, equates to the amount of modesty and piety and innocence that you have. Sometimes it be these church girls who be the freakiest freaks. And the girls who think are the freakiest freaks just like to wear what they wear. I'm gonna wear what I wanna wear. Please go to the modest dressers you love so much. If you genuinely love to dress modestly, babe, do it. But at the end of the day, think, if everything I'm doing, there's some kind of underlying, someone has influenced me, it's not my original thought. 4 years ago, I didn't even think this way. Propaganda. Lastly, for this category, it is the prevalence of nonchalant behavior. It is no longer cool to care. Everyone is very, I owe you nothing. I don't care. I can lose whoever. I don't give a fuck. I don't really care. I don't want to show them that I care. I'm not gonna do too much. We are so afraid of rejection, and we're going into these relationships like we are preparing for war. All the time when you see online, oh, how to make someone obsessed with you, oh, how to blah 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 blah, how to look like you don't care, how to not text back quick, all these things is because people are afraid. People are afraid of vulnerability. We have been hurt. A lot of these things, again, is also just childhood wounds manifesting as attachment wounds as we are now older. And it has become the, who can care less Olympics. We are robbing ourselves of genuine care and connections because we are afraid and we're being told caring is not cool. It's cool to care. Yes, we owe people nothing, but as human beings, we owe each other a little basic human decency. There is some level of responsibility and care that we need to have to each other. You cannot just lay all your responsibilities. I understand we are tired. And for a while, I was also very much like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You can go. I'm not doing this. So nonchalant. I'm a nonchalant person. I care. It's that deep. If it ain't that deep for you, then I don't think you and I can mesh well. But I don't want to be afraid to put my heart out on the line. Rejection is redirection. Not everything is gonna be made for you. That's the thing. Like, not everything and everyone is going to like you, right? Like, Jesus Christ himself was a peacemaker on the cross. Not everyone is going to fuck with you, and that's fine. But again, we're terrified of being rejected. So we're just all closing up. You are denying yourself of good relationships. No wonder we're all miserable. No wonder we are lonely. No wonder there's all these gender wars. We are scared to care. Heal what has hurt you. Come back to me. From this category, what I want us to get from this is stand the fuck up. Stand up. Stand on business. Stand on everything you need to stand on to get up out of these controlled mindsets. Don't care so much what people think when it comes to policing you. Redirect your thoughts. Understand that a lot of things that people say or a lot of things that people try to bring on you or use to put you down, it's just their own fears, their own projections. Once you start understanding that or seeing people again in how they operate with patterns, you don't take things too hard because it has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with them and their fears in the system, and you are serving as a mirror for them. And a lot of people sometimes, something they don't understand, something they cannot control, they're quick to fear, they're quick to outcast. Be bold enough to choose yourself, to be kind to your body, to be kind to your friends, to care enough about the next person around you. All right, so the first one for the last category, propaganda that I will definitely, absolutely not. And this is for my brothers and sisters and friends in the diaspora. Do not fall for this. Let it go. Not cutting off toxic family members, accepting toxic family members or people who put you down. Absolutely not. I know people always say, oh no, but that's your who is this. Oh, but that's your who is that. Abuse is abuse. Abuse is abuse. Family is supposed to be the one place where you're offered care, where people understand you, where people cater for you in a different way. Yet for a majority of us, that is the first place where a lot of us are shown pure hearts, where most of us are silenced, where most of us lose ourselves. And as we grow up, we're just told, no, just to keep the peace, just to keep the peace. Oh, but that's your who, that's your mother, that's your father, that's your sister, that's your uncle, that's your brother. I don't care. If you cannot treat me well, you gotta go. Family is community, not a common ancestor. I don't care, who you are. And this is something I learned the hard way in 2025. While you're there bleeding, dying, people are okay. They're okay. They are okay in this dysfunction. And you have to start saying, if I keep allowing this, at what point do I learn new skills? If I was to have a new family, what's to stop me from just being this person? It hurts, but at the end of the day, bro, if you're bringing nothing to my life but pain and destruction, you gotta go. Again, starts with the environment. If you're still living under their roof, you can't just cut someone off and go cold turkey. You need to have a goal. If you're in a place where cutting off some family member or going no contact with a family member will not cause repercussions to you in terms of them providing for you, school, wherever you stay, whatever you're doing, go for it. As someone who has drawn very strict, harsh boundaries, a lot of my family members, and I've had to exact some consequences, I've never been freer. You become public enemy number one, but at the end of the day, you're treating me badly. You are treating me badly. If you cannot treat me well, you will not get access to me anymore. And asking me to sit in the dysfunction so you are comfortable with it, no. Even if your family confront, again, let people talk, but say, I hear you, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Oh, but I don't care. Oh, but I don't care. I don't care. I sleep better at night. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not arguing. I understand people for what they are. I'm meeting them where I'm at, and I'm choosing, do I want to engage with this or no? No. Father, brother, mother, sister, uncle, brother, cousin, grandfather, grandmother. If you suck, you can go. Which brings us to the perfect segue on this one. That was for family members. This one is for friendships, relationships. Not cutting people off who have wronged you. Growth is not endurance. Endurance is not love. Try to reconcile, talk things out. I'm not saying one strike and you're out, but I'm saying at a certain point, we need to see and start understanding that you and I are clearly in different sectors of life. If you have voiced to someone how something makes you feel, you try to bring up some kind of compromise, you try to do something, to help the relationship and it's just not working, you find yourself in the same place, and when you know personally that you are not able to get over something, you can move on from something, let that person go. We have fooled ourselves into thinking that forever means forever, but sometimes forever is just 1 year. Sometimes forever is 3 months. We feel so entitled to people that we don't understand that relationships are supposed to be experienced. Some things are for a season. There is a season for everything. Not every person who you cut off or you let go, it's not always beef, bro. Sometimes you and I, we just don't gel, G. We've outgrown each other. You're on this path and I'm on that path. We have tried, we can't reconcile. We can't meet each other in the middle. What are we forcing vibes for? And this, oh no, keeping the peace, keeping the peace, keeping the peace. People just want to keep tabs on you. And I think that's so MFing weird. To keep tabs on people you don't even talk to. It gives monitoring spirits, it gives monitoring vibes. And as someone who has always been afraid of losing people, that's like one of my biggest childhood fears and wounds is abandonment and rejection. And it always made me just vie and try. Even when I should have let something go because I did not want to be alone. And I almost killed myself for people. Bleeding. Trekking miles for people who would not even cross the road for me. Big. I don't think there's anything wrong with ending friendships, with cutting people off. How you go about it though, that may be the problem. I think always, if a conversation can be had, allow a conversation, allow a time for reconciliation, a time for compromise. If it's not possible and if you've tried, well, what else is there to do? You and I just not gelling, we're not friends. Like, babe, I don't like you don't like me, or we just don't get along. It's not always beef, guys. I think we need to be comfortable with just coexisting with people in a common space and just not always having access to them. There's plenty of people who I used to be very close with that we've just outgrown each other and it's no beef. Others who I just don't like you and it is beef. And that's okay. And that's part of life. I ain't sorry. I ain't mad. No hate in my heart. I'm not losing sleep at night. Cut that person off. You might actually feel a lot better. But make sure when you're doing that, have a certain amount of indifference. Because you don't want to harbor these intentions. Because every time you see them, any reminder of this person, you always just be... By the time I'm letting you go, I have felt all I needed to feel. I've cried. I've tried. At this point, I'm just like, you know what? Go be free. No love lost here. I did my very best. And I always have no regrets knowing that I did my best. I tried. It's just not what it is. Care for you still, love you still, we can coexist, I still wish you well, and that's that. And if you ask me, that's maturity, not I don't like you, but yet I'm still keeping you around for group dynamics, for group optics. Why? You this constant, oh my gosh, in your 20s, you're in your prime, make sure you do everything you do now, secure that partner, get married, have the kids, everything, do now. So after 20, just life is over. 30 onwards is just, the prime years are done. I think this is a whole lie that they use to put a biological countdown threat on women. We feel this threat to have kids. And of course, there is that real biological clock that most women follow. Of course, I'm not trying to refute that. But there's this overemphasis on our beauty, our worth, our productivity being tied to youth. Youth equating beauty. And the fear of aging and getting older and not having certain markers of what we're supposed to have at an age group that were predetermined by powers that be makes us feel behind. For me, what I've realized is your prime is when you feel most aligned. When you feel like every bit of effort that you've put in, healing work, academic work, emotional work, just all the work it takes to be where you are, to at least be on the path of self-actualization or on the road to where you see your entire life. That is your prime. Am I in my prime? No. I'm just at the beginning of life. I've just begun adulthood. I always say that, I can't say always because I haven't always been saying, but I have been saying recently that I have just woken up. I gained consciousness 3 years ago, and now is when I'm finally moving through life as an autonomous young adult. If I limit myself to saying like these are my prime years, I need to do everything, who am I competing with? Who am I competing against? Who says my prime can't be when I'm 50? I know all this is bullshit. When someone dies and they're 54, what's the first thing people always say? Gone too soon. Oh, so young. Yet now I'm 24 and people already are looking at 24. Oh my God, you're so old. You're so old. You're close to 30. You're so old. Stop lying to women. Stop making women feel like aging is bad. Aging is a privilege. If you're not aging, you're dead, right? So this whole year, don't do you. Stop comparing and contrasting with other people. I think social media has really ruined our perception of our prime, what we're supposed to do, what we're supposed to achieve. We have too much connection, too much access that we are not focused on ourselves. You're not really thinking like, is this what I really want for myself? Most of the time, what people are doing or what people have done to get what they need to do, you don't even want to do it. You can't even do it yourself. Last one, I want to end with something light. Money being used as a noun and not a verb. Money is a verb. Money is an action word. Money talks. Money doesn't need a representative. But lately, I've seen a lot of people just talk about the access to money. Oh, I have money. I have this. Let's see it. 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 Let's see. It talks. Talks loud. The loudest thing in the room. You got it. Just want it. It's very icky to just always talk about money and we're not seeing this money. Babe, who are you competing for? Because when you niggas are always talking about money, bragging about money, posting money in your story, it can't be for us because it is such a turn off, such a yuck to us women. When a man is always so braggy, yet I'm not seeing this money. Because you know what? Again, men do things for male approval. Men are also subject to harm, especially black men. The white men, I don't know about them too much. That's not my community. But the black men also suffer under patriarchy. And this constant performance, and everything, it's mostly in the black community where we're so flashy and flamboyant with money and resources and wealth and capital. Why? There is those historical undertones, of course, but why are we still trying to show the world that look at me, shut up, bro. Money doesn't need to say too much. That's why now you have people trying to like come back to, quiet luxury, the old money aesthetic when luxury wasn't too loud. It was still luxury, but at the end of the day, all these things, two sides of the same coin. You got the money, let it speak for you. What do people say? If I have money, you guys won't know, but there'll be signs. I'm not seeing the signs. The sign can't be you buying your boys a bottle of Hennessy over there. That's not a sign. That's stupidity, if you ask me. As someone who doesn't drink, I find it very stupid when someone is blowing hundreds of thousands of kwacha on alcohol. One thing is, if you really wanted to impress a girl, take me on a trip, take me on a safari, show me experiences. But if there is anything I want people to take away from this category, is that peace costs honesty. And that is something I have learned. To really have peace, to be okay with yourself, you need to have difficult conversations. And not just with the people around you, but with yourself. You need to have very ugly and real conversations. You need to look at yourself in the mirror. There's things about you that you'll think don't need to be changed that need to be changed. You are gonna need to have some hard conversations. You are gonna have to get confronted at some point. Some people may tell you about the fucked up shit that you did to them that caused them to be on a path of healing or some hurt. Some people may cut you off. It's fun when you're doing it, when you're like, oh, but sometimes you are the villain, you have done wrong, and you need to reconcile with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, these were all my opinions. Agree, disagree, whatever, let's do it respectfully. But this is propaganda I will not be falling for at all. Everything I said, I meant it with my chest. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please tell me some of your interesting propos that you'll not be falling for, or some propaganda you should be falling for. I don't know if I'm gonna do a part 2 where I'm gonna be doing propaganda I should be falling for, or I'm just gonna get back into my social commentary bag. But we'll see. I just wanted to do something light, something fun, something airy-fairy. Also gives you guys a chance to know a little bit more about me outside of just me researching and talking about things I researched about. This is just me living life, seeing what I've seen, saying, nah, Pauline is not gonna be doing none of this. And ever since doing none of that, I have been happier and healthier. Again, I could change my mind in a few years. But I doubt it. I highly motherfucking doubt it. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.